Hello friends, welcome back to Jim O'Rear's Wacky World. We are out here at Kennedy Space Center in Florida to check out the festivities and all the stuff that's going on out here. It's Christmas time, so we're going to see it sort of decorated for Christmas as well. And there is so much going on out here, you cannot do it in a day. So I am going to try and give you an overview in this video of several things you can experience at the Kennedy Space Center. So come take a look.
The Kennedy Space Center has something to offer for all ages if you are interested in space exploration. And you notice there's the NASA ball like a giant ornament because I'm visiting at Christmas time. So you're going to see a lot of Christmas stuff. But the first thing you're going to walk into when you enter is this rocket garden. And I call it a rocket graveyard because that's kind of what it reminds me of. But it's an amazing start to your visit, just to walk in and see these enormous rockets just scattered across this garden that you can walk through. And they do give tours of the garden and tell you about each of the rockets and trivia about some of the astronauts and the space program. Very, very cool. And like I said, Christmas time, you're going to see all sorts of stuff for their holidays in space, like the Mars rover right here that is decorated like Rudolph. Super cute. Now, sitting right next to the rocket garden is the Heroes and Legends Astronaut Hall of Fame. And in here, this is where you can sort of experience the dawn of the space age with the astronaut pioneers. Like, this is the 1962 control room, and look at those old computers and things. It's just an amazing piece of history. And these are actual artifacts. That's the Gemini 9A right there that you get to look inside. And then it ends with the Astronaut Hall of Fame right here, sort of a memorial to all these amazing astronauts that had a hand in space travel.
Behind me is the bus station where you're going to catch the bus to go on a behind-the-scenes tour into the restricted area of the complex. And it's also going to take you to the Apollo Saturn V station, which is probably my favorite location on the property.
And I say it's my favorite because I think it's the most inspirational of any of the locations that are out here. And also, you know, it's a big part of my childhood in the 60s with that first launch to the moon. But inside these doors is the Apollo Saturn V Center. And gosh, look at this. This is the original equipment that was used to launch that first Apollo mission to the moon. And they take you through the last few minutes of the launch here, and it's amazing. And in this center, you see all sorts of artifacts and relics and things like that from the Apollo missions that you can walk through and just marvel at. Just some amazing pieces of history and scientific technology. You get to look inside the cockpits and everything. Inside this giant vault, there's tons of things from various Apollo missions in here. And I'll just give you a little glimpse at a few of the things. Here's a flight plan that was actually used. There's various suits that were used in missions. Right here is a lunar rover malfunction checklist and pin light from 1972 that was used. That's Apollo 12, I think. 11 maybe is what that is from. And the pin light, like I said, just amazing artifacts to look at. Now, there's also in this center the Saturn V, which is the largest rocket ever flown, and it's huge. It is huge. It takes up this entire building, and I mean, you can, the camera, you can't tell how big it is on camera, but it's huge. And it's an amazing rocket to look at. Now, I like the Apollo stuff in there better, but this is amazing. And just right outside is where the observation area is, where all of those launches took place. Right over there. It's a little hazy because of the rain today, but there's the launch site where all the magic happens. And you can see more about this in another video on this channel. I do a video specifically about the Apollo Saturn V Center. Now, let's hop back over to the main complex for the Space Shuttle Atlantis exhibit. Wow.
You are not going to want to miss the Atlantis exhibit. It is everything Space Shuttle and is amazing.
After about a 12-minute presentation, they lift the curtain and you walk in and you are face to face with the real Space Shuttle Atlantis. This is the real Atlantis that flew into space 33 times and traveled 126 million miles. That's it, right there. Look at that beast. And again, I've got another video on this channel that you can look for that is just specifically about the Space Shuttle Atlantis exhibit. But like I said, this center is all about Space Shuttle. And Space Shuttle was another big part of my history. I saw the Challenger blow up live. So I was very interested in this. And here you get to see, like, this is the bedroom, one of the bedrooms in the Space Shuttle. You get to see kind of how they live and work in space. Here's the kitchen area where they would keep their food in, and the little fold-up tables that they ate on. And even how do astronauts go? Yes, the toilets in the space station. And you get to go in there. And I thought what was interesting is even in the toilet, there are all sorts of controls. Like this right here, like maybe there's an emergency while you're on the toilet and, well, you know, fly the ship from there. I don't know. Now, like I said, the Challenger was a big part of my history. I saw that explosion live, and this is a memorial right here. It's got, right in here, it's got all of these cases that have personal items from the astronauts that were on the shuttle and a little bit about them. And it's this whole Atlantis section is probably ties with my favorite there, but it's very somber. And at the end, you're left here with what's left of the Challenger after the explosion, that left panel right there. It's like a kick in the gut when you see it. It really is. It's a kick in the gut. But amazing at the same time to see that. It's, you know, like I said, the Apollo is my favorite inspirational wise. This is my next favorite that's out there just for the memories and what it represents. Now, there's also an astronaut training experience you can do as an add-on. There are some VR experiences, lots of VR experiences and things you can do. And for the little ones, there's Planet Play. And this is where the little ones can burn off some energy. There are some little video games and things like that, you know, like Rover Racers. But this is the main thing right here. You climb up these tubes or tunnels, and you go to another level. And up on that level, this is where you come out. And there are more levels that go up through the various planets, as you can see here. And you can just climb and play and slide. And there's some kind of ball game going on up there. And I'm too old to climb up there and see it. Another cool thing to do is chat with an astronaut, where they have an astronaut daily, a couple times a day. And you can go in there and sit down and ask questions. There's the Universe Theater, which has any number of different things going on in there. It's Christmas time, so they've got the Rocket Tree Trail, which you can see another video about on this channel in detail. Right here is another astronaut memorial. It's this huge wall with astronauts' names and things on it. You can come across some science experiments showing kind of what gases and air pressure do to you in space. Look at that marshmallow, it just shrinks. Of course, you can get some shopping done in tons and tons of NASA stores with all sorts of toys, Legos, dolls, lots and lots of apparel. There are some cool spacesuits right there. I wanted one of those. But anyway, and there's just tons to do. You can't do it all in a day. But that is just sort of an overview of what you can see here. It's amazing. It's amazing. Plan on spending a couple of days, actually. And I want to thank the people out there at the Kennedy Space Center that invited me out to come see this and film some of this stuff so that I could share it with you. Definitely check out the Kennedy Space Center and all it has to offer. There is so much history and educational value here. It's well worth the visit.
There you go. That is a look at the Kennedy Space Center out here in Florida. So much to do, so much history, so much educational value. A great place to visit if you are in the Central Florida area. Definitely make a trip out here. Check out their website to find out how you can get tickets, where they're located, more about the attractions and things that you can see, as well as some personalized experience that are some add-on extras. All of that's on the website, so check that out. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you have, click that like button to let the powers that be know that you like the video. And while you're at it, click on follow or subscribe, and you'll be notified when I upload new videos. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.